All right, here we go. Let's take some big shoulder rolls to the back and the front. Wake up the upper body, big reach and squat. Start waking up the lower body with those squats, maybe a little deeper. And then taking it to a cactus. Squeeze those elbows, shoulder blades together, forward fold, sway right and left. Bring it up for a side stretch. And we'll do that one more time. Squeeze the glutes as you take your mini back bend. Forward fold. Take that sway. Bringing it up for a side stretch. And then we're going to move into reverse lunges. Take it back, shifting that body weight. Today, we are focusing on the lower body and the core. We're going to use our step to add some extra intensity. Let's add a rotation over that front leg. Two more. And then moving it into a lateral lunge. Pushing hips to the back. One more. And moving into curtsy lunges. Our purpose in a curtsy lunge, excuse me, is to really stretch those feet and ankles, sitting nice and low. One more. Good. And then taking it to our single leg reach or Romanian deadlifts, RDLs, different names for them. Just reaching that opposite hand down. When we reach across the body with our hand, it engages more of the core. And it also helps on this exercise to keep that back hip from rotating open. We're taking our time, letting our body be one unit as we go down and up. At least that's the goal, right? We'll do one more. Nice. Inchworms to the back of our mat. Let's get that forward fold again. Walking it out. That's always a good back stretch. Getting a push up on your knees or toes. And then a big dragonfly stretch on each side. Walking hands back in and coming up. We're going again. Push up, dragonfly stretch. Walking back in. And one more. Keep those abs nice and tight. And then take it on all fours and hit your cat and cows. So we'll take an inhale as you arch and an exhale as you round. And leveling out that back, neutral spine, we'll wag the tail of the dog. So take the hips side to side and then add a foot, getting that tail going, and the other side. And then back to the center. We're going to move into bird dogs. So right arm, left leg extends, switching it out. Good. We're trying to stay stable in the core and not have our body weight shift too much from side to side. We'll do one more, each side, and then move into bird dog crunches. Opposite arm of leg will stay on this side for 8. Squeeze that glute when you extend back. I'm switching sides. Nice job folding in. And then taking it to your child's pose, reaching far in front. Taking a good breath. Now letting both hands come to the right side of the mat and leaning left. And then switching it to the opposite and leaning right. And then bringing it up. So we like to come up without using our hands. So let's put one foot in front and just step up. And then because we want to be even, let's come back down. We'll do that one more time with the left foot or the other foot, whichever you didn't do. See if one of those is stronger or weaker. Good. Looking good. Okay, we're going to do some single leg work today, but not yet. So go ahead and get that step. We're going to do 40-second sets with a short rest just to transition and maybe switch legs in there. So we're going to start with an alternating step up to get that body good and warm. So you can start stepping up right, stepping up left. If you're not used to stepping up and down on something in a class, the trick here is to not let the second leg bear weight when it comes down. It just kind of taps, doesn't even have to tap, and then you'll be ready to go again. Good. So I want us to go ahead and pull our abs in, be nice and tall, like lift from the head to the ceiling, like without slouching over. Good. Now we're going to add some arms just to drive up our heart rate. Just lift them up. And we're going to switch to the right leg only. Well, the left leg will follow. The right leg leads. Not really only. So what we want to do here is start thinking of our glute muscle as being the driver. So I like to say backseat driver on these. So as you step up, think of just a tightening right there in your butt. Tighten it up, lift it up. Good. Let that second leg come all the way up. And one more. And then we're going to switch legs. Short breather, not long. Ready, go. Okay, now backseat driver on this side. Pulling those abs in. Keep using those arms for energy. We're going to be moving on into some single leg work like I talked about. 2 more. Last one. All right, we're going to put that right foot on and we're just going to do a split stance squat and a glute squeeze. Ready? Let's go. Squat, lift and squeeze. Low, tighten the glutes. Keep the shoulders relaxed as you lift. You want to go low and we want to be controlled on our way down. So we're actually going to slow down the downward part. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lift. 3, 2, lower. Lift. Good. Doesn't have to be that count, of course. Just trying to get us to take our time. We have one more. Good. Switch legs. Ready, go. Low, up. We started off tempo. We're switching to a different pace about halfway. One more. Now we're going to slow down the release. Not really a release. It's just a lower. It's actually a little harder. So release is definitely not the right word. You're doing great. Tighten up. One more. And bring it off. Shake it out. We're going to do a right leg run up. Let's go. This one we'll switch halfway. So my pace is quicker than it was in those earlier steps. Switch legs, go. Two more. Last one. I'm getting a very quick water break. I have a short rest built in today. We're going to take it back to a plank. So join me as soon as you're ready. I'm putting hands on the step. You could do the floor. Just holding steady right here. Looking good. Squeeze those glutes. Keep the shoulders back and down. If it bothers your wrists, you can always do a plank on your forearms. It's just as hard. So you're definitely not cheating when you do that. And bring it up. All right, little variation. We're going to come to the side of our bench, do that low squat and side leg lift. Let's go. Low, lift, low. You don't have to be at the side of your bench. You could just turn your body sideways. And all of these moves can be done on the floor. You just have to be creative. Okay, we're going to slow on the low. Good. Keep the abs in. Nice. You're doing great. Just one more. Step it off. We're going to do a side run up. Same leg. So of course, if you're like behind your bench, it's just stepping up to the side. I'm doing it over here so I can face us all better. You look good. I want to see you. Keeps me energized to see you working so hard. Nice and quick. This makes those moves like getting up and down off the ground a lot easier when we get these legs stronger, working on our balance, working on our core. One more. Okay, we're going to put that same leg on. This time we're going to draw the leg across in front of the other one. Work our hip adductor, inner thigh. Here we go. Low, lift. So you've got to kind of rotate that leg so the inside of it is what is lifting up. Abs in, Next one, we start going slow on the way down. So on that one, because I want the inner thigh, I want a little pause at the top. Yeah. One more. And bring it off. Okay, we're gonna get right behind our step and we're gonna either run up or do a jump. Ready? Here we go. If you do a jump, you can step off and you can switch which leg you step off with, or you can run up like we did before. The key to this one is getting your whole foot on the bench feet and landing soft. So don't pound that bench. Ideal if you can't even hear yourself. Couple more. Last one. Nice. We're going to go the other side. Slow your breath down. Put a foot on, outer thigh. Let's go. Low, lift. Nice. Okay, on the next one, we start going slow on the way down. Doing great. One more. Ah, that one wasn't so slow. Okay, side run-ups for me. You guys looked great. Let's go. So good. Energy, keep it up. 15 seconds, come on. A little faster, almost there. Last one. Shake it out, short breath. We're gonna do the inner thigh, the hip adductor. Put that foot on, ready, go. Drawing again from right here. Pull the abs in. You look great. Nice. On the next one, we will slow it down. Kind of hang out the little movement in the top. So you can keep that inner thigh working. One more. Woo. Take it off. We're gonna go back to that box jump. After that, I'll give us a short water break. Ready, go. Remember, run ups is an option. Step ups is an option. Nice job landing soft. Good energy. 10 seconds. I've got one more. Woo. You can take an inhale and an exhale. A little longer break. Grab some water. We are going to transition into sit and stands. So I'm going to stay with my step. If you need to go with something a little higher, you can, but make it challenging. You're gonna want to, you definitely want to get a good bang for your buck. So you want that to be where it's not easy for sure, right? Okay, we're starting in 7. I'll go ahead and start just to demo. Sitting back, standing up. Let's go. We are going to use weights in this next set. So I don't want you to think we're going all day without weights. We are not. So on this one, it allows us the opportunity to sit further back and change up that squat a bit. Good, you're doing great. One more. Okay, you're gonna need a place to sit that has a mat, so it doesn't have to be the bench. We're just gonna hold a boat pose. You just need a mat, push under your tush. Ready? Let's go. The ground is fine. Only so there's a mat there. No sense in killing all of our tailbones this morning. Okay, so I need our abs pulled in and our shoulders dropped. Now we need to breathe. Excuse me. Speaking of breathing. When we finish this, we're going to quickly grab our weights and do a weighted sit and stand. 4, 3, 2, 1. Little forward fold stretch. Get your weights. You can hold them at your side or at your shoulders. And let's go. Nice. You're doing great. Nice job not hanging out in the seated place. It's super tempting. The hot seat on fire. We got to get back up and out. Last one. Okay, back to your mat. We're going to do in and out on one side, one butt cheek. Ready? Here we go. So our legs are at the side, probably a little bit of an angle, but we want to feel our waistline right here. That's where you're crunching from. You're doing great. Okay, we're going to speed it up for the last few. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Okay, no weights. We didn't use them very long, did we? We're going to do a pistol squat. So we're going to do a one-legged squat on the way down. Stand it up together. Here we go. So just balance one leg, try not to fall, put both down, switch legs. We will come up on 2 legs and go down on 1 leg. All of our body weight is on the 1 leg. So I think we're covered as far as extra weight goes. Hopefully, as you do a few of these, you start feeling better as far as balance and control. Obviously, well, not obviously, I shouldn't say that, but if you are struggling with the 2 leg, you can always do squats. You do you, and take a break. We're going to the other side for those in and outs. I don't have my mat all the way across, so I'm going to put a little weight there to balance. Here we go. My arms are too short to get to the ground. Okay, we got to speed it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, we're going to have to do a few extra. I might have started early. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Ha. Nice work. That was just to even up our sides. I didn't really start early, in case you were worried about that. Okay, we're gonna go to a jump squat right here. So we're starting low, adding a little jump. Let's go. Jump and down. Hot seat. Good, you're doing great. And rest. I want you to pick up one weight. We're gonna do what we call a goblet squat. Our feet are going a little wider. Hold the weight right here, vertical. Come off slow, lift it up. Let's go. Sit back. If your weight is heavy, you don't have to lift it. Like if it's too heavy, this is lower body day. This can just involve the core as you lift up overhead. I'm hoping as you come off, you stay low for a second. So it's a lower squat, wider squat than we normally do. Woo. One more. Rest. We're going to do a seated Russian twist with a weight if that works for you. You need a mat underneath you. You can hold that weight. I like to hold it end to end actually. I'm going to start without letting my body rotate. Let's go. So no rotation except the weight. Anti-rotation in the core. Now I'm going to add some rotation in the trunk by looking at the weight, watching it go by my hip. This is a great core move. Also involves the upper body, as you can tell. 4, 3, 2, 1. Give a little forward fold stretch. We are going to do that low squat again, like a yogi squat. So get comfortable going low, trying to get your heels, maybe short right here, trying to get your butt down by your heels to stand up. So I'm going to come off right here and stand up. I'm not going to go back to my step. I'm just going to go low and up. Good. We do yogi squats in our stretching and yoga. We're going to just maximize the strength of that by trying to get our heel, our butt, I keep saying heels, our butt down to our heels. If you can't, if you're not able to do that, there's a few different reasons it could be. It could be tightness in your ankles. It could be lack of flexibility in range of motion in those knees, or it could be at the hips. We can talk about that in stretching. I'm going a little longer on this set just because we're taking it slow. It's a newer move for us. Let's not forward fold here. Try to come down, keeping your vision up. This is not bad for your knees. If it hurts, you might not be ready for it because of the lack of flexibility. Last one, and rest. I'm going to give us a full rest. Take a breath. That was really good, friends. Now take a drink of water if you want, or a breath, whatever you want. That looks so good. Okay, we are already going to transition to the mat. I can't believe it, but it's time. That was fun. So on the mat, we're going to be doing some bridge work. I want us to take our step, turn it so it is perpendicular to our mat, coming down. We're going to put our feet on it. This first one, we're going to be bridging up and down. We're not going to use any weight on the very first set. All right, ready? Here we go. Bridge up. So I want us to really focus deep into those gluteals. Lift and pull those thighs together. Lift and pull the thighs. So first we squeeze the glutes, deep, deep, and then tighten up the thighs and pull them in. Now we're going to do a right side and a left side of our glute. So lift up, tighten the right side. It might lift slightly higher, and then do the left, then the other side, because that's where all the focus is. One side gets to be a little lazy. The other side is working hard. The reason for that is it keeps us from having one side lazy all the time. Our bodies are strong, they're smart. If they notice a weakness, they figure out how to compensate for it. We don't want to compensate, we want to strengthen the weak side. So right, lift and squeeze. And I'm also not resting on the ground, I'm just kind of tapping. Now I'm going to stay up and relax my feet. And then we're going to do that right squeeze, left squeeze of the butt cheek. That's what we're tightening up. Think deep. You could even put your hand here. You should feel the muscle. I know we all have a lot of padding on top, but see if you can feel the muscle underneath. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Bring it down. Quickly pull those thighs in. We're just going to do a core to give our glutes a break. Put your arms up, legs on a chair. This is knees over hips, feet straight out from knees, holding steady, abs are in. Now we're going to extend one leg and opposite arm and bringing it back. The other leg that's on a chair doesn't move. Your back doesn't move. So whatever position your back is in when you start, we call that neutral spine. It stays there as you're creating movement in the core. I mean, yeah, the core stays tight as you're creating movement in the body. Oh, we're going to do one more. Oh, nice. Scoot back in. We're going to do a single leg bridge. That's me. I always start scooting out. All right, right leg up. Let's go. Now this time we are really focusing left glute. As I come up, I also like to engage my core. So I pull those abs in, but my big focus is right here on the glute. If you want to try an extra challenge, lower that leg a bit. It's going to get harder. Just keep tightening up that glute. We don't have many more. We have 4, 3. I don't want you to come down though. 2. I want you to stay up. Put the other foot down. Woo. Release this other leg. You could gotta move it. Now lift it up and go. Also in this one, let's make sure our bodies are facing straight up and not rolling to one side or the other. Okay, tighten up that one glute. Pulling the abs in as well. Now we're going to lower that leg if you like, if you want the extra challenge. If it's too much on your back, raise it up again. Woo. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, bring it down, pull it in. Glad we got to come down that time, right? Okay, we're going to put those feet, just rest them on that step, hands behind the head, alternating crunch, where you're going to take your knee out, bring the opposite elbow across to the lower leg. You got it. Up and over. Our hands are always there to support the head, not to pull, yank on it, not straightening the neck. We're supporting it. You got it, almost there. Then we're going to get our weights and do a weighted bridge. All right, we need 2 weights. Feet on the step. And let's go. So now that we have rehearsed with our muscles on using each side, I want you to think about them as you're lifting. Are they lifting equally? Does one kind of start before the other? Your strong side may start tightening up before your weaker side. So if you notice that to be true, switch it out in your brain and they'll even up. Going a little bit longer on this one. I'm not resting my hips down. My weights do, the end of my weights do touch the ground, but I'm not releasing fully my hips, or just for a second, but not to the ground. Okay, now stay up. We're gonna pull those thighs in and out, in. Keep your glutes squeezed. So don't release your glutes. Tighten up those glute muscles. Now tighten the thighs and in and out. In and out, and out. You got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Bring it down. Pull those thighs in. How does my time go so fast? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do, we're gonna turn over. We're gonna put our feet on the step and our body on the floor, our forearms for a plank. Sorry, got distracted thinking about how much time I had left. So right here in a plank. Just when you're ready, join me. We're gonna finish with a Copenhagen plank on each side. That plank is 1 foot on the step, the top one, the bottom one, because you're on the side, it's gonna just be lifting and holding. It's a big isometric strength exercise for your hip adductor, that inner thigh. All right, bring it down. So I'm gonna keep my right foot on right here, forearm here. I'm gonna lift up right here. Do whatever you want with this arm. If you want to put it down on your hip, whatever. We're just going 20 more seconds here. It's hard, I know. If you need to come down, do it. You should feel, you can always drop this leg and then bring it back up. 10 seconds. You look so good. 3, 2, 1. Woo! You can just turn over. I'm moving my step nice and quick because I like to face you. Okay, so I'm gonna have that left leg on. All right, ready and go. You might notice one side is easier than the other. That can be true. If you want to, well, just do whatever you want with this leg. Remember, you can take a break with it. I always feel awkward with this top arm. I'm gonna put it behind my head just because it looks cooler. Stay in it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Y'all, that was it. That is a wrap. Nice work. That Copenhagen plank is tough. So good for the core. We're gonna stretch. Just getting things out of the way, catching my breath for a moment. In fact, if you're breathing hard like me, let's stay seated for a second. Just do a forward reach for our hamstrings. I'm feeling pretty tight. Don't let those legs rotate out. Whew. So we didn't use our weights a ton today, did you notice? But we used our body weight and did a lot of single leg strength, stability. That always uses our core. Okay, you can release that. I'm going to turn to the side and take one leg behind me. I'm going to go ahead and go to my forearm. So I'm stretching my quadricep. If it's too much, grab the heel, the back of your shoe, or maybe the back of your pants, or just set your leg down. Now, if you can hold the leg, pull it behind you a little bit to get more of the hip flexor. So heel to butt gets the quadricep, the front of the thigh, pulling back away from the body is going to engage more where that thigh overlaps with the hip. Then I'm going to come up. I'm going to straighten out that right leg, bring my left one over and do a seated spinal twist. And I'm going to keep both sits bones on the mat, sit up nice and tall, and really hug this leg in. Okay, we're going to go to the other one. So pulling that leg back behind or in close. And then if you're able, take it back behind. There's other ways to stretch your hip flexor. We do a lot of them in our stretching class. So join us for that if you don't normally. Oh, really pulling back. Okay. Coming up, I'm going to extend my left leg out, right one over, hug in. I hope that's the opposite leg. I'm going to have to grab a drink. You keep stretching. Got that little bit of a cough left from my from my cold last week. Okay, put those feet together for a butterfly. Woo, we stretched, we worked those inner thighs. I feel them right here. Try to pull forward. Like I usually keep your back kind of flat. Pull forward. I feel like I usually have a little more flexibility than this, but these muscles just worked and they are tight. That's a good thing. That's why we want to stretch them back out. Okay, turning on all fours. I'm going to go into a cobra stretch to stretch out my abdominals, my back, and then tuck my toes, downward dog, pedal my feet. That stretches out our calves again and our feet and ankles. Both heels down, walk your hands in. Let's hit that hamstring stretch again. Sway right and left. Bring it all the way up. When you get there, take an open and round 2 times. And a big inhale and exhale. Woo!